Because it's another pair of ears, isn't it? Because I mean, you can not see the forest for the trees. You can get, I mean, you can write and you go through weird writing phases, and it's just I love the immediacy of it. But from my experience, the ones that happen, you know, in the 4 to 5 minutes are always the best. And like you can labour on something that might be impressive in a musical sense, but in anything else, it's just
in a connection sense.
Yeah, in a connection sense, it's always the 4 to 5 minutes. That's the thing I don't really understand why that is. Why it is that you can just in that 4 to 5 minutes there, as opposed to, well, if I can do it in 5 minutes, why can't I spend 6 hours on something and not come up with something anywhere near as good? You know, I can't explain that. I don't know why.
I can understand the process of recording and production. That can take years, days if you want. I can understand that sort of, not that it's my cup of tea, but I can understand that, like working on Bohemian Rhapsody or Good Vibrations or APRA. Apparently a single would be up to 3 months. I can understand that, but the actual song, gosh, if it's not really as quick as it takes to make some toast and put some jam on it and make a cup of tea, then I don't know.
And I'm always, and in saying that, I'm always surprised, like how, when it comes down to it, I mean, production's all well and good, and you know, I love a well-produced album, but for a communication sense, just the sense of a good song, no one really cares if the drums are kind of crappy sounding or the worst. I mean,
by the time someone's singing it in the audience, that's all gone out the window. And
I mean, some of your best songs, you'd probably agree that aren't maybe the best produced songs, if you know what I mean. They're just still really great songs, and it doesn't really matter that maybe the drums sound like shit or whatever, or, you know. I'm not saying they did. I'm just saying
they do.
Well, the guy didn't know how to mic up a drum set. That was the key.
Back to the collaboration thing. I really like the aspect of the fact that Bryan will use chords that I wouldn't necessarily. A different person goes in a different order, structure from what I would normally do, and so you get a completely different, come from a different angle, and also just because it's coming from a different angle, instead of me writing consistently about the ocean or something, different melody will lend. I was going to demonstrate this. I can read from, say, here. It started in Berlin Plain with the fire. No, hang on. I think we were in here. No. I like to demonstrate. I was going to say that you could open a phone book and be able to put a melody to it.
Do you want the chords or something?
You hit me with a chord and I'll see it. I'll open a different page. Appreciate your life, just appreciate. All of us are special. We just don't realise it, but I'm just following your chord there. There's I'd like a macaw. It's an amazing. Oh no. I'd like a macaw. It's an Amazonian parrot with a big long beak. There's a runt of the litter, and then there's a stronger one. And then you loop that, and boom, done.
Yeah.
And then you work out the chord.
Yeah.
And then you credit Peter Hill, aka the Octopus, a multi-talented Wellington-based musician. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, so sometimes reading, without having a guitar or a piano, reading will feed a melody, and then you improvise from that.
Also, like I always find from if you play guitar and piano, like a lot of the time I'd go from guitar with the same chords, and I'd be working away on something, and then going to the piano because it has a bit more sense of harmony. You can play around with the harmony a bit more. Same chords, but different and versions of them maybe, and then go back to the guitar just to find that, because basically at the end of the day it's the melody that you really want, it's the hook. I mean, you got your colours, and you got your vocals, and you got your groove basically, and in the middle there's colours, but it's the hook of the melody and obviously the lyrics.
That is a really good point about the instrumentation. In the same way as dropping a finger will lend a different melody in my head, I was listening to Without You by Badfinger, and it's actually on guitar. And you go, wow, this is a corker song. But when it turns into the piano, that whole front, drop a finger, no, I can't forget this evening, all your faces you were leaving. And the actual hook is almost like a raindrop piano chord and a finger going, just dropping a finger, and you're going, I mean, sometimes melody and lyrics take a backseat to things like like a riff,